Hey, tennis fans. Grand Slam tennis is an intensely competitive environment on the court and on television. TNT recently completed its first year of a 10-year deal worth $650 million with the French Tennis Federation. And the network delivered record-setting coverage from Paris. The final between Coco Gauff and Aryna Sabalenka drew in 1.5 million viewers across TNT and True TV, a 94% increase from last year's final. It was the biggest audience since 2016. And the final between Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner peaked at 2.6 million viewers, making it not only the longest French Open men's final in history, but also the most highly viewed Roland Garros men's final since 2012. Now, ESPN returns as host broadcaster for Wimbledon in the U.S., and in a conference call to promote that coverage, ESPN's Chrissie, Evert, and John McEnroe, two of ESPN's top analysts, who also, by the way, did the coverage for TNT, talked about what changes we might see to ESPN's coverage. Evert says new voices and fresh faces like Andre Agassi and Coco Vandeweghe really helped, and it worked for TNT. So it could also work for ESPN. She says younger analysts have actually played against some of today's top players, so they have firsthand experience. And she says the tennis TV audience in the U.S. is aging, and she thinks younger commentators can help connect with younger viewers, which is what the sport needs. John McEnroe says ESPN should emulate TNT's roundtable panels before and after the big matches. He says something like TNT's Inside the NBA could work in London. Now, if you watch TNT's coverage of Roland Garros, you saw it introduce the Mac Zone on True TV to complement the TNT coverage. Mac Zone featured John and Patrick McEnroe covering lively and exciting moments of the most compelling matches that were on TV at the time, and then they also interviewed top stars. McEnroe says he would like to see ESPN provide that type of coverage on ESPN2 or ESPN Plus to complement ESPN's traditional tennis coverage. The challenge for Wimbledon is that ESPN will be the primary channel, whereas TNT used two channels, TNT and True TV, throughout the Roland Garros coverage, which allowed it to be a bit more experimental. McEnroe said a challenge for ESPN is that traditionally it tends to stick with proven ratings winners, like the big names playing in their prime, rather than going to the most exciting matches at the moment. And why do they do that? Well, ratings. The big names draw big ratings. Johnny Mac says it's up to the sport to try some different things, and he thinks TNT coming in fresh was good because they were willing to try some new ideas. Ultimately, Chris Evert says competition creates success, both on the court and in the broadcast booth. So over to you. Did you like TNT's Roland Garros coverage? What would you like to see ESPN try at Wimbledon? And finally, if you were the one running the network, how would you improve live coverage of tennis? Join the conversation, and we'll see you next time.